Hi, beach friends! Today we're headed back to one of my favorite islands, Sanibel Island, but we're going to visit a brand new beach I haven't been to yet. So I'll give you all the info on the beach, the parking, the facilities, all that good stuff. Today we're also going to try two different shelling techniques because I felt like it was time to take out my sand flea scooper, and we're also going to have a dolphin visit along the way. We're going to check out some shells, so let's head on over to the beach. We're going to start our day over at Tarpon Bay Beach, but let me tell you a little bit about the parking. It actually was way more awesome than I thought it was going to be. There's 76 spots here. There's looks like to be brand new facilities, and the parking's pretty easy, just standard like all the other parking down here. You pay for it and you leave a little slip in your car. I decided to go for 2 hours, so I spent $10. It is $5 an hour to park anywhere on Sanibel. So I decided I'm going to try this beach for 2 hours, see how it goes. The walk, it's a little bit of a walk. However, the walk from Bowman's is actually pretty substantial too, so it's maybe about a quarter of a mile. And along the way, they have the signs posted at these other areas. I don't know if it's because alligators do pop out from these areas, but just a sign telling you that you could go to jail or be fined up to $500 if you harass or approach an alligator. So just leave them alone. I don't know who in their right mind would do that, but they're just trying to reinforce that. So here you'll see there were water fountains. There are more restroom facilities. So this is over by the actual beach entrance. I've already walked just a little bit, and then over here there's more facilities. There's a foot shower, there's some bike racks, a couple of picnic tables. So actually kind of a real nice place to hang out for the day. Here we are at Tarpon Bay Beach, and here's my struggle. Do I walk to the left or do I walk to the right? I've never been here before, so I wasn't really sure. I figured, all right, let me head to the water, see if there's any clues whatsoever I can gather from being here, and I really didn't know, so I walked toward the less shellers. So I headed to the left, and all right, pick up a piece of a broken lightning whelk. Lots of shells. There's lots of stuff on the beach here. Here we have a scallop. I shouldn't be surprised. Sanibel always has pretty good scallops. What else we got? All right, this kind of poked, or the color kind of intrigued me. It's a spotted slipper snail. Kind of a neat color. Lots of stuff in the water, but to me it really kind of looks the same stuff that's on the beach. I don't see anything great rolling around in there, but it was really windy and pretty choppy, so my chances of really shelling in the water were pretty much nil. So I was going to be sticking to the beach for this portion of our walk. Lots of common stuff, and we'll take a look. I'll bend down, we'll kind of pick through what are really all those shells that are sitting there. All right, here we have a spiny jewel box. He's not all that spiny, but that is a spiny jewel box. And they're kind of neat because sometimes they'll have that kind of that rust color on them. Kind of interesting. And here we have a calico clam. I think they're so pretty. They don't get to be that big, maybe a little bit bigger than that, but they don't get to be all that big. And yay, the first turtle nest. Turtle season is here, May 1st through October 31st. And so volunteers and or I guess employees will go out and find these nests and make sure that they stay safe by marking them off. And so here's what we're looking at. This is Tarpon Bay. There's some hotels and whatnot, not too close to the beach, so it doesn't feel like Bowman's. But there were a lot of shell piles. I mean, it wasn't, well, it's a scallop. I mean, it's not like crazy awesome stuff. Here's a cross-barred Venus. But still, depending on what you were looking for, tons of shells. There's a ponderous arc. And those really are almost always there, along with a couple of slippers. You're always going to find those shells. Those particular shells will always be there. And scallops. Like I said, Sanibel is quite good for finding scallops. And another. Yeah, this guy was trying, can I get that stuff off? I wasn't really sure. Okay, it was something I couldn't push off with my thumb, but I was going to hold on to that and see if I can pick that stuff off. Here's another one. That's a bay scallop with some stuff on it. And another scallop. And what do we, another one? The calico scallop. So I typically, if I see those kind of shells, I don't really usually slow down. That's because I can be picky. I'm not here on vacation. I live here, so I get to do this all the time. I'm so lucky. Believe me, I know I am. Here I found a broken angel wing, and I know it's busted up. Yeah, and I washed it off, really kind of get a better idea of what condition it is in, and it's not so great. So I'm going to leave that for somebody else. So I decided that walking to the left wasn't doing me much good, so I decided to walk to the right. And again, I'd like to just kind of point out, if you're here visiting, I could see picking up anything and everything. And if I did that, I would need a bigger house, a much bigger house. So I'm a lot pickier about the things that I pick up. I don't bring home everything. I do like to check out a lot of different things like this channeled duck clam, also known as a sailor's ear. So I like to check the stuff out. I don't always keep it and bring it home. Ooh, calico scallop and a prickly cockle, but these different shells, they do interest me. I find them interesting. And here's a that is a cross-barred Venus clam. Everywhere. You will absolutely find those everywhere. And there's another one of those spiny jewel boxes. The kitten paw. That's another one that's pretty ubiquitous. And another kitten paw. Whoop, if I can hold on to it. So that's really what we're looking at. Every once in a while I'll find a pretty guy like this calico scallop. Ooh, I like this. The Lady in Waiting Venus clam. Nothing too interesting on the other side, but I don't know if it's the name I like, the shell. I like them both, actually. Here's a yellow prickly cockle. That bright yellow color. And another calico scallop. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. Oh, and a pelican. Man, sometimes they look like planes. They're huge, those birds, but that's a brown pelican. And a disc dosinia, which is hinged. You find those hinged all the time. Oh, this is kind of interesting. This is a corrugate jewel box. I don't find those all the time. I know it doesn't look like much, does it? But yeah, I'm actually interested in that. So that's something, believe it or not, I'm going to keep. Okay, and this guy, just the color is just a little bit different. It's a calico scallop, but it's a little bit of orange, which is not typical. Well, at least in that pattern. Thought that was interesting. And another. Kind of got that sunburst pattern on it. Ooh, I like the little heart on the bottom of that one. That's kind of cool. It's amazing, the patterns and colors and all the things you can discover. Oh, and a coquina. Little tiny baby clam. And the colors on these shells are just gorgeous. And another kitten paw. And a pen shell. I don't know, you know what? I don't normally collect these. This is a half-naked pen shell. I know other people keep them, and it seemed kind of perfect. So I did. I took it. I decided to keep this one half-naked pen shell. And another scallop. Ooh, that's pretty. Lots of whites, pinks, and purples on the scallops. Those are relatively easy to find. Now, this kind of jogged my memory with something. I picked this up. This is a cat paw. And I remember somebody asked me, are cat paws or kitten paws, the same shell, are they the same as a jewel box, a spiny jewel box? And I didn't understand the question. Like, to me, they didn't look very similar, but all of a sudden I picked up that cat paw and it kind of clicked. And I said, wow, that actually does look like a spiny jewel box. So once I found that particular kitten paw, I decided to look for a spiny jewel box and kind of see, do they look similar? And holy moly, they kind of do. And it was just really interesting. So guys, if you have any kind of question, just throw it at me. I might not answer it right away. It might kind of hang around in the back of my head, but look at that. A cat paw and a jewel box that do somehow look similar. Crazy. Okay, this is what I think of as a cat paw on the left and a jewel box on the right. So I found that interesting. A slipper snail. These guys infuriate me because they look like so many other things. They look like moon snails and all sorts of other things. So they kind of drive me a little crazy. They're tricksters, those slipper snails. And, oh, another one of those lady-in-waiting Venus clams. I wish they got bigger, but that's just about as big as they get. Still think they're kind of neat. Oh, look how fun is this. I'm collecting an alphabet. My friend had sent me a picture of these cross-barred Venus clams with the bristleworm dig-outs in them. And it looks like I got myself a T. I've collected the I is easy, L's, but yay, got a T. All right, here is a disc Dosenia, a hinged disc Dosenia, and another one of those sailor's ear channeled duck clams. So when you're looking at a shell pile, a lot of times this is really the stuff you're looking at. That's a buttercup lucine. You'll have your jingles, you have your broad rib carditas, like here, yeah, broad rib cardita. That also looks like it had a run-in with a bristle worm. So there's lots and lots of shells. Oh, what do we got? Nope, I already have a J. I'm good. I'm going to leave that alone. So like I said, lots and lots of shells, not necessarily anything I might want to keep. Oh, and here we have a white Atlantic semele. It's a delicate, pretty little shell. Oh, and I came across some horse conch egg casing. And it looks like the little babies got out. These are like the little triangular looking egg casings, and there's little holes on the bottom, so those little babies are out there hopefully getting bigger. Maybe I can encounter one day, maybe. Okay, here we have a giant Atlantic cockle, also known as a heart cockle. If you can, I can close it. Look, looks like a heart. Kind of fun. And since it's hinged, I decided, yeah, what the heck, I'm gonna keep it. It's kind of a slow shelling day anyway. Ooh, pretty. Calico scallop of the pretty variety. Oh, some color popping out at me. Relatively typical coloring, but still pretty. Pretty nonetheless. And these guys can also be orange, those calico scallops. Love the orange. It's not in perfect condition, but it's perfectly bright and pretty. I'll keep it. Ooh, fine. It's like the best find of the day, and typically you find these all over the place. That's a lightning whelk that I kind of grabbed out of the surf there, but yeah, it was rough. Only because probably that shell was as big as it was. I was able to kind of snatch it. So it looks like there's stuff in there, but I am not here on this beach to go scooping. I'm going to do that at the next beach. So I gifted that lightning whelk to the woman in blue there. She was working hard. She had a little net, so I wanted to give that to her. And before we go, I'll just appreciate this little broad-ribbed cardita. I thought the coloring was real pretty on that guy. So I spent my 2 hours over there, and now I'm over at Bowman's, where I have a parking pass and I can spend as much time as I want. I don't have to worry about getting a ticket for not paying. So here we are at Bowman's Beach, and I got it. The last time I was at Bowman's Beach, I was here with my girlfriend. I was not making a video. We were in the water shelling, and we were in the water shelling, I want to say, for, I don't know, a couple hours. So we had done our thing, kind of starting to get hungry. We were about to go get some lunch. We get out of the water, and the woman not 15 feet to our left pulls out this horse conch. And I'm just standing there with my mouth like dropped open. Like, I was so close, but I wasn't making a video. And I really do want you guys with me when I first find my big horse conch. So I came really close, but it really hurt. I was thinking about that for a couple of days. So I really do want that big horse conch. I'll get it. I will get it. So here we are. We're over at Bowman's and I have my scooper. So now I'm going to scoop stuff up. Here it looks like I found, no, that's a Florida fighting conch. And that guy is just your standard run-of-the-mill Florida fighting conch. But at least it was something a little bit different. And it looks like I scooped again. All right, I saw that apple murex. That's what I was going for. I had no idea what kind of condition it was in. That's actually pretty rough. I'm going to keep it anyway, but that's a beat up apple murex. So I'll take a peek at the shell piles that are over here too, just like the shell piles at the other beach. But you know what? It wasn't as windy and the water wasn't as rough. Here we have a giant Atlantic cockle. That's that heart cockle, but I only have half. And it's kind of pretty and fantastic condition. I decided to keep it. I, again, don't normally, but I decided I was going to do that. So it looks like I scored a little, there we go, calico clam, like a huge calico clam. That's beautiful. Oh, and this rough scallop, that's what I saw. That color, gorgeous. Gorgeous rough scallop. So now we're talking. Now we're finding some different stuff. I'm not just stuck. And I saw this rolling around in the water. Oh, look how beautiful the color is on that horse conch. So now I'm having fun. Now finding some different things. Pretty calico. I'll keep that too. Pretty. And the sky, this is also a lightning whelk, but the color is really unusual. It's very light. It's just very different. Ooh, an orange. Oh, it's a little beat up, but that color's so pretty. And another bay scallop. And that white stuff picked right off. I just chipped it right off with a dental pick. It popped right off. Oh, and there's another horse conch, but it was broken so pretty. I really liked the way you could see all the intricate channels of the other side. So I decided to keep that. Oh, and now this was a bonus for me. Okay, that's what I was going for. I wasn't sure what I was scooping. And then I got a bonus nutmeg. I didn't even see that there. That was fun. So we got ourselves a little cockle and a cool nutmeg. Yay. And another lightning whelk. It's actually in pretty okay shape. All right, it's a little bit chewed up on the edges, but otherwise, that's in pretty good shape. I have a feeling somebody might be gifted that as well. Now, the little scooper that I'm scooping is meant to get those guys, sand fleas or mole crabs. They have a couple different names, but I kept picking them up, and then I felt bad. Didn't want to go back in the water, buddy. Go. Oh, there you go. So that's my tool. So I am using this. For the most part, it's more difficult for me to kind of scoop and video and show you, but I was kind of desperate after seeing there wasn't all that much on the beach. So we're going to incorporate this into some of our future walks, just kind of mix things up a bit. Here we have a moon snail, a little hole in it. It's a shark eye. Not in great shape, but the only one I found today, so yay. Okay, what do we got here? Scooped up something. There it is. Looks like another lightning whelk. Yeah, that's pretty good shape. I'll keep that lightning whelk. Oh, look at this fabulous Florida fighting conch. Okay, what I thought about was, all right, see anything different? You kind of notice it's kind of shaped different. It's knobless. It doesn't have knobs. See those? That's usually the Florida fighting conchs have knobs like that, but this guy doesn't. And it's got a super cool pattern to it. So I thought that was really cool. All right, looks like we're taking a close look at a shell pile. There's a dry calico clam. Funny, another broken buttercup lucine and a ponderous arc. And a surf clam. I just had to pick it up, make sure you can kind of see through a piece of it. There's a surf clam and a prickly cockle. So really kind of, again, most of your commons, lots of shells, and depending on what you're shelling for, you could be in luck. There's another lightning whelk. So it really just kind of depends. Again, there's like vacation shelling where you should pick up everything because you don't really get a chance to come here all the time. Or you have shelling like what I do. And I like to check things out, but I don't necessarily keep everything. Look at that! How cool is that? That is a juvenile Florida fighting conch. So he's still got his ribs. The little ones will have ribs, those lines in it. It's just beautiful. And here's another one, not quite as striking as the previous one, but still very cool. It's got some neat patterns on it. Another calico clam. Oh, well, yeah. I got a couple. I'm just going to leave that one. And another juvenile Florida fighting conch with really cool patterns. Super cool. Like that shell. And, okay, another lightning whelk. He's not perfect, but that's okay. I'm going to be keeping that guy anyway. Oh, and another, it looks like a kind of like a half-knobbed Florida fighting conch. Really like the pattern, really like the color. Oh, that's neat. Yep, definitely going to keep that guy too. All right, looks like we're going to do a little show and tell, even though I'm the one that scooped it. We have a calico clam, a little paper fig, and a juvenile Florida fighting conch that you can, there you go. See the top a little bit better. Okay, just a quahog, looks like a rough scallop, and another corrugate jewel box. Some more cool finds. And on the left we have a scallop and then another Florida fighting conch. So yay, I do like those Florida fighting conchs a lot. So this was fun. I'm standing there and I watched this boat go by, and in the wake you see dolphins, that little dark thing that's kind of right there, it's kind of flying around. Those are dolphins. So it was a whole boat full of people watching, and that's one jump. Let's take a closer look. Look at that. Oh, that must have been really fun. So I thought that was super cool. You always got to make sure, well, I'm constantly appreciating the beauty around me, and every now and then you're going to see a critter like this little dolphin that was really close to the water, and it was just me and him, or her, hanging out. I think she's looking for something to eat, so she's chasing some fish around. He or she is. So that was really exciting to be so close to the water's edge there. You definitely could have gotten in the water. I definitely would recommend against that. I don't know how good they can see, and I would not want hundreds and hundreds of pounds of muscle coming right at you. So I thought it was beautiful to be so close and to kind of appreciate it. And then it went on its way to go do whatever kind of things dolphins do. I guess eat, sleep. You know, they only sleep, half their brain sleeps at a time. Kind of interesting. So it's time for me to leave the beach. I was thinking about all the horse conchs I did not find, but that's okay. I will find one of these times. And it was nice to kind of try a little bit different of a technique. I do like shelling in the water, so I will be doing more of that now that the weather is getting a lot warmer here. So let's take a look at what we found. I separated it left and right. The ones that we found at the first beach over here at Tarpon Bay were mostly scallops and bivalves. Kind of neat, they're not terrible. It was kind of cool. But I have to admit, I found the finds over at Bowman's with the scooping technique a little bit more fun. Lots more of the Florida fighting conchs. Actually got a murex and a nutmeg and the scallop and that little baby horse conch, which was really pretty. So that was really fun. Again, I'm not sure where we're going to go the next time we go out shelling, but I would like to give a special thanks out to my Patreons, my producers, because they help make videos like this possible. I did purchase a foldable kayak that I can put in my car and kind of assemble. So I'm going to be trying that out, and hopefully that's going to open up a whole new world of different little islands to explore. So thank you for coming along with me. Thank you for your love and your support and your comments, and I'll see you guys again next Sunday.